Chelsea plan, and said they would finish up every transfer ins by the 30th or 31st of June. But there are two or three different things that still Chelsea have not been able to get over the line with our Hase. But Mark Guiu, I can Instagram, I can send you on them, and a very, very intriguing everything that Mark Guiu has said on his Instagram or on in there with respect to the possible move from FC Barcelona to Chelsea. On a very, very, very integral asema Abranti friend Mark Guiu Ekaye on Instagram. Hi Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. A very, very imperative. So subscribe to the channel no, and you turn on notification. Yes, subscribe to the channel. Now turn the notification on. Hi Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Share link and also share the link. Now obia any analysis maybe in real room or I say of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, we'll start with the transfers and everything that's going on. See, let me start with FC Manchester United. Last season, Chelsea and then Paris Saint-Germain went head to head for Abranti friend Manuel Ugarte. Everybody that has been following the game in himself, Chelsea really wanted Manuel Ugarte. In fact, the two central midfield pair Chelsea wanted, one as a DM, and of course, in terms of two DMs and Chelsea pair, even before they went to buy Abranti friend Leslie Bochuku, were Manuel Ugarte and Moise Caicedo. Now, when they went to Lisbon to go and speak about Manuel Ugarte, the Uruguayan's deal was proving to be very, very difficult for two different reasons. First of all, the terms of the salary are not Paris Saint-Germain offer Manuel Ugarte, and then also the amount of money that Sporting wanted to take from Chelsea. So Chelsea felt it was too much. Somebody to have for just one player. And they were not going to pay the same amount, and then they left the deal for team and friend Paris Saint-Germain to go on and then finish up the deal with Manuel Ugarte. But everybody also knows to say one season in, under manager Luis Enrique in the Champions League, in the French League, Abranti friend Manuel Ugarte hasn't really gotten enough playing time. In fact, in terms of playing time in the middle of the park, three players have had more playing time than him, including Abranti friend Warren Zaïre-Emery, who is from the Paris Saint-Germain Academy, who has proven to be much more important to everything that Paris Saint-Germain wants to do and Luis Enrique wants to do. Of course, Fabian Ruiz has been considered as the number one DM. I'll tell you why it has been Fabian Ruiz, and of course, next to him, as the two number 18 has been Warren Zaïre-Emery and Abranti Vitinha in there. There have been times when, if Paris Saint-Germain have had all of their players in there have been even Marquinhos coming into the middle of the park, come and play ahead of Manuel Ugarte. Everybody also would accept it. The few times that they've seen Manuel Ugarte don the jersey of Paris Saint-Germain, he hasn't really shown the things that he shown when he was at Sporting Lisbon. But why? Under a manager BTC Luis Enrique, it was always going to be difficult for Manuel Ugarte to thrive. For two reasons. One, Manuel Ugarte prefers a much more on the ball or ball-sided DM. Somebody that can be a deep line playmaker, that can have volumes on the ball, that shows up for the ball, that wants to play the ball instead of win the ball back. If you look at the profile of Manuel Ugarte, Ugarte is a much more of a ball winner. He's a space eater. He is an excellent ball winner. He's very good without the ball. Chases the ball inside and out, long parts of the game. That's his game. Whilst Obi to say Fabian Ruiz much more somebody that shows up for the ball. In his days at Napoli, in his days in the Spanish national team, that is what Fabian Ruiz is known for. So it has been a thing that has been difficult for Ugarte to fit into the system of coach Jefferno Luis Enrique, and that's been one of the main issues of Paris Saint-Germain, and then of course for Manuel Ugarte in the Paris Saint-Germain setup. Now, because of this, what even compounded the whole issue, and it's Chelsea again wanted another midfielder, no fee Brazil. Very, very good DM. People called him the Brazilian Declan Rice. Why? Because people felt that he was a very, very good in terms of the ball that he was going to give them, how he was going to play, Um, very good without the ball, very good with the ball. And he scored Gabriel Mascaro. Now, Chelsea also wanted to do a deal for Gabriel Mascaro. But Mascaro's deal never really saw the light of day. Paris Saint-Germain were quick again. They were able to go to Brazil, to Santos, and then finish up the deal for Gabriel Mascaro. Now, Gabriel Mascaro is a player for Paris Saint-Germain. And it has become much more apparent that Paris Saint-Germain don't have a need for Manuel Ugarte, and they want to let him go. Especially after, say, Luis Enrique himself has come out to let everybody know, say, he doesn't really fancy Manuel Ugarte, and he's going to leave the club. Now, that is why Manchester United, who is in need of a DM, because obviously Casemiro has left the club now, have now come into the fray and they're asking about Manuel Ugarte. Now, there are about 2 or 3 different midfielders that Manchester United have earmarked to replace Casemiro in their club. Somebody asking about Komemenu. Komemenu is a much more ball-sided player. He's very good on the ball, helps in ball progression, helps in build-up and stuff like that. But they want somebody who's going to be a destroyer in the shape of someone like Casemiro. Now, that's why they've earmarked one. João Neves, again from the Portuguese Liga, plays for Benfica in there. Very, very young, 19 years of age. And then the next person is Manuel Ugarte. Now, apart from Manuel Ugarte, there is also Amadou Onana in the English Premier League. But there is a fear with Amadou Onana, and I'll tell you about it. So let's start with Abrantia, your friend João Neves. The big issue with Manchester United is for João Neves and then for Benfica, everybody knows that Rui Costa is an excellent marketer of his players and an excellent negotiator. His ball is very difficult for you to get the better of him on the negotiation table. So Manchester United are dreading having the competition with player B to say João Neves because of Rui Costa, and also because of the fact that away from all of that, the player is very young. And then Benfica have been clear to everybody, say the release clause of João Neves is 120 million euros. 120 million euros for the boy that's called João Neves. Liverpool have asked about João Neves. Manchester United have asked about João Neves. For Chelsea, they don't need a DM. The midfield is sorted. What they want to do is just the attack, and they feel that their team is going to be built. So João Neves is a big, big, big conversation for FC Manchester United. Now, away from him, because they know that Paris Saint-Germain want to sell Manuel Ugarte, they bought him for 80 million. They believe, say, because Paris Saint-Germain need money to buy other players in team. If they go in and they mention any price, it's going to be cheaper than João Neves. Now they've gone to Paris Saint-Germain, and then Luis Campos, the sporting director of Paris Saint-Germain, have told him, say, we are not looking at selling Manuel Ugarte at a discounted price. So we need Cano to come onto the bargaining table and then bargain for the boy friend Manuel Ugarte. Manchester United should excuse them. Also, the next one here, brand here friend Amadou Onana. In my opinion, Amadou Onana is one of the best space eaters, grass eaters, distance coverers, very, very good dominator of zones in the English Premier League. Why? The physical ability, the long limbs Okita in terms of the legs, so to cover every blade of grass on the field of play. That is the quality of Amadou Onana. Without the ball, he is the guy to go to. Very physical, very combative, very aggressive, and very athletic also. And there's a need for athletic DMs in the English Premier League. Again, because of his height, he's a dual monster, especially in aerial duels as well, and a ground dual monster as well. And if you have him, you have value for money. The fear is also said Manchester United have already gone to Everton to ask for Martin Braithwaite in there, and they've told them that it's an expensive fee of 80 million for Braithwaite. So how much more brand here friend Andre Onana are Manchester United for action? So it is the situation of Manchester United possibility of they getting a DM to replace Abrantia, your friend Casemiro, an important player for Manchester United in these days. Yes, age has catch up with him, and he's not really giving the same thing that he used to give when he was at Real Madrid and in his prime when he went to Portugal and his likes. But then again, that's why Manchester United are looking for a replacement for him in Abrantia, your friend Casemiro in there. So Guiu has posted on his Instagram, and Chelsea want to make sure that they finish every business that they have by the end of this month. And we're just a week away from the end of this month. Especially the incomings. When it comes to the outgoing players, they know it's a lot of things can happen. They need more time. They can't rush it, because they rush it, then people will give them any amount of money for every player, and they don't want that. So they are very, very careful, and the Athletic is reporting said it's going to take some time. Magoy today on his Instagram has posted something in there. And of course, this is off the back of everything that has happened with the young boy. See, he's a young boy, under 21 years. He was in the Barcelona Academy La Masia. The truth is that he's not a finished article. Again, away from that, if you look at Marc Guiu, he is not a typical Spanish center forward who is much more lethargic, who is not aggressive, who is not combative. This guy is like a center forward from Eastern Europe, like from Ukraine, like Dobiek, like from Lewandowski, like from Poland, like even from the Balkan arena area. So he's a top center back, very aggressive. And I've told you that the things that Chelsea are looking out for in terms of getting center forwards is first the physicality. A center forward who is physical, who is good in aerial duels, who can go into battles and win, who can go into duels and win, who can win most of their duels. It is a very important criteria in Chelsea getting who their center forward is going to partner next season with a branch of Nicolas Jackson, the Englishman. And that's why they've gone to Barcelona. They've seen the boy that is called Maguire. And in there, Maguire, he has a release clause of 6 million euros. And Chelsea are willing to trigger it. Now, everybody knows that in the Spanish La Liga, before you trigger anybody's release clause, except when the entourage didn't come. Chelsea has spoken to the boys' entourage, not once, not twice. They've made it clear to them, say they want the boy that's called Maguire, and they are willing to get a job done. Now, just when Barcelona heard this, Barca gave a counter offer to the guy, and they told the boy, said, we can give you a new contract. But the problem with Maguire and the FC Barcelona is that he is friends with Lamine Yamal. He is friends with Marc Casado. He is friends with Alejandro Balde. All of them are in the same class in La Masia. Now, all of these boys have been promoted, earning some very, very decent fees. Now, if you look at Maguire, he was earning somewhere around 600,000 euros per year. 600 euros per year in here. And yes, because he's an academy player, he hasn't been fully promoted. And why? Because of course, there was Robert Lewandowski and Barca had already also gone to buy Victor Roque, who were struggling for minutes. It has been something that they've done, and he was struggling for minutes. Now, Chelsea told the boy and said, hey, you bet me I'm about your first team. You want to Strasbourg, you want to your second team. We want you for our first team. And what we'll do also, they said, you have to say, oh, salary in our form. Now we'll give you a salary increment. When Barca heard this, they told the boy, said, out of the 600,000, on the 2 million euros annually. 2 million euros annual salary for the boy. That's a little about 1,000 euros per month. And Chelsea says, forget about that. That's not good money. We want to give you good money for you to build your life, and we want you. So we'll give you 6 million euros. 6 million euros per year. That's the annual salary. 6 million euros per year. And only a amount in terms of what we give. That means that Chelsea will be giving him 500,000 euros per month. And if you divide that by 4, you are going to get 125,000 instead of the 1,000 in terms of euros at Barcelona. You're going to get 125,000 euros, somewhere around 100,000 pounds per week at Chelsea, which is good. And again, if you add all of that together, the wages plus how much Chelsea will pay for his release clause, it's going to be 12 million. That's way less than they were expecting, and it's very, very affordable for them. And I know Chelsea are really pushing to get a boy, a friend, Marc Guiu, for him to come and play for Chelsea. And that's why on his Instagram, he has written there that God is making a way. Isaiah 43:19. God is making a way. Isaiah 43:19. That's what the boy, our friend Marc Guiu, has put there on his Instagram, that God is making a way. Isaiah 43:19, Marc Guiu. So he's very, very close to going to Chelsea. Fabrizio hasn't given us the here we go yet, but then again, what he's saying is that the boy is close, he's getting there. He has given a very, very strong indication to Chelsea, say he's going to be a Chelsea player, and Chelsea are confident they are going to get a boy that's called Marc Guiu for him to come in and then play for Chelsea Football Club. And in Isaiah 43:19, this is what says. It says, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness, the rivers, and in the desert. And that's exactly what Marc Guiu is saying with respect to his possible move to Chelsea Football Club. in there. Apart from that as well, we'll get straight into it, straight into all of the details for you. Still, Chelsea are considering 5 to 7 different players in Chelsea consider for attacking positions or attacking position. And I'll tell you also the analysis of all of them. 5 to 7 different players. Chelsea are considering all of them in a possible swoop for their centre forward and their wing positions. First one of them, David Jonathan, Canadian international, played for Lille in the French League. Have an average of about 30 goals in the French League in the 4 seasons that he has been there. John Duran, he is on the list. But the interest for John Duran Akofom Kakra, especially as I say Chelsea, any Aston Villa or Omari Killingman has been agreed for £19 million. Chelsea doesn't look like they're going to do that deal. Why? Because Everton needed help from Chelsea. They knew it says John Duran. John Duran will not give them the pure profit that they are looking for. But at Chelsea, they have been able to get a pure profit that they are looking for in Omari Killingman. So Killingman's deal already done. Chelsea have cooled off their interest with our branch friend John Duran in there. Omorodion, another deal that has been ruled out in my opinion. I think Omorodion will not be sold by Atletico Madrid. They have been clear to all parties, to AS Roma, all the teams in the Italian Serie A, and of course Chelsea Football Club said Omorodion will not be sold by Atletico de Madrid, and it's not going anywhere. Maximilian Bayer for FC Hoffenheim. He has scored 16 goals last season, about 5 assists in there. On the front runner in terms of attackers and as a centre forward now. Of course, Nicholas Williams there, he is out of the conversation for Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea are no way going to get a brancher friend Nicholas Williams because the amount is too much. Chelsea are prepared to pay a package of 45 million for Samuel Maradion because Ben Enekas has some way. But the big issue was that Atletico de Madrid have been clear. They told Mundo Deportivo, they told a lot of the guys, so they will not sell the boy for less than 60 million. But Atletico de Madrid simply do not want to sell. In fact, I hope Maradion signs a new contract and puts in a release clause of 120 million for the young boy, their friend Samu Ogawa or Maradion. Chelsea have some concerns about Duran. That's why the deal has cooled in there. The immediate game time, David Enya just 20 to 25 million. Evan Ferguson, Rodrigo Muniz have been discussed, but none of them any concrete. Chelsea Football Club as it stands now. Todd Bowley of Bloomberg Investments, Blue Co, our parent company also had some very good discussions in terms of our club model in there. Everything being discussed at Chelsea Football Club as it stands now. Everything else, in terms of Barcelona, Real Madrid, all the players that stands now. These are the real transfer updates. Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel and then turn on notification. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. It's imperative that you subscribe to the channel and then you turn on notification here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube and share the link as well. Thank you very much for choosing us. Bye bye.